Hello, this is Kate, the Daily Tarot Girl, and welcome to your weekly tarot card reading. So for this week's reading, I'm using the Slavic Legends Tarot. This is a deck by Taroteca Studio, and the backdrop is my Christmas tree. So yeah, I thought I would film by my Christmas tree just to give things kind of a festive vibe. All right, so this is the reading for your week ahead. And my intention, as always, is to tap into some of the energies, themes, and opportunities that may lie ahead for us. So welcome, get comfy, put your feet up, and let's get ready to dive into these cards. Now, if you are watching this and you enjoy my video, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, leave a comment. It would really help my channel out a lot. Okay, so let's start with the first card. Two of Cups. Okay, beautiful. So Two of Cups for the beginning of the week, so kind of Monday, Tuesday-ish. And actually we've got Christmas and Boxing Day coming up in the middle of the week, so I'm kind of anxious or curious to see what card's going to show up in the middle of the week. But we have Two of Cups for the beginning of the week. So this is a lovely, peaceful card. This is a card of like working together, feeling connected to others, particularly on an emotional level. This is a very heart-centered card. It's a great card for relationships. So if you're in a relationship, getting the Two of Cups here can signify that deepening your relationship or just enjoying the connection you have is kind of figuring prominently this week. And if you're not in a relationship, sometimes the Two of Cups is about meeting someone that is like-minded, someone who's on the same page as you, someone that you feel a connection with. But I feel like for most of us this week, the Two of Cups at the beginning of the week is just kind of a nice, a peaceful way to start the week off. So the message that I'm getting with the Two of Cups is that you're going to want to prioritize your relationships and your connections with others this week. And the other thing I get with the Two of Cups is that when you're centered in your heart and when you focus on what you have in common with others, so when you find that common ground and that point of connection, that is kind of the secret recipe or the secret sauce for peaceful relations and communications over the course of the week. I just want to see if there's anything else I want to mention here. Two of Cups can also be a card of healing and the potential to heal old relationship wounds, wounds of the heart, emotional healing. So it's a really lovely card to get at the beginning of the week. Okay, card number 2. This is for the middle of the week. So this is sort of Christmas, Boxing Day, Christmas Eve. And we have the High Priestess. Okay, so we have a lovely, a really powerful major arcana card here with the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, I love how busy this card is. I like all the like herbs that are drying, the candle in the background. I love all the details in this card. But the High Priestess, I'm kind of surprised to see her here. Because I would think, Christmas, Boxing Day tend to be sort of busy days for a lot of people. And the High Priestess is more of a solitary card about journeying inward and prioritizing things like your connection to the psychic world, the spirit world, connection to your intuition. And so even though this week might be busy for a lot of people, the High Priestess is saying make time for yourself, make time for your spiritual practice more than anything. Maintaining that connection to source or spirit or the universe, however you think of it, maintaining that connection is going to be important this week. The other thing that I get with the High Priestess is that the High Priestess can be somewhat secretive. She does not wear her heart on her sleeve. The two people in the Two of Cups, they do wear their hearts on their sleeves, but the High Priestess does not. She knows when to keep quiet and when to keep things to herself. And so the message here is that you don't have to reveal everything. It's okay to keep some things to yourself. You don't have to be an open book, even though there is technically an open book. There's an open book on this card, but the pages are blank. So there you go. So you don't have to be an open book. You can keep some things to yourself. So to me, this may apply to like sharing things with family. You don't have to share everything with your family this Christmas when you're having Christmas dinner. So yeah, pick and choose what you share and what you keep to yourself. That's what I'm getting with the High Priestess. But make sure that you make time for your spiritual practice this week. That is what's going to keep you feeling very anchored and rooted and calm. Last card for the end of the week, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday-ish, we have Knight of Coins. So one thing I want to say about all three of these cards is all of these cards have a calm, kind of peaceful energy to them. There's not a lot of movement with these cards, and I feel like Two of Cups is about connecting to your heart and connecting with others on kind of an emotional level. High Priestess is about connecting to your spiritual side, connecting to your soul and the spirit world. Or I should say connecting to the divine. And the Knight of Coins is just kind of connecting to the day-to-day reality. So Knight of Coins is about moving slowly, thinking things through, not being in a hurry, giving yourself time to contemplate and decide, and not rushing into things. There's kind of a cautious, sensible, level-headed nature to the Knight of Coins. And he's saying, like, don't be in a rush. It's okay to stop and smell the roses and think things through. Sometimes you may call this procrastination, but there's a difference. There's a difference between procrastinating and taking your time and doing things in a slow, deliberate, yet steady fashion. So another thing I get with the Knight of Coins is like he's on his horse, so he's on a journey, he's going somewhere, but he stopped for a moment. So there is this feeling of like not going forward, just resting for a moment, just kind of pausing to collect yourself. And I get that same vibe with the High Priestess, even the Two of Cups, like no one's going anywhere. So there is almost I won't call it stagnant. It's not a stagnant quality, but it's like a calm, still, peaceful quality to these cards. And I think the key to tapping into those feelings of calmness, stability, peacefulness, again, it's connecting to your heart, connecting to others on a more emotional level, seeing common ground, connecting to your spiritual side, connecting to your higher self, to the divine, and connecting to the day-to-day routines of day-to-day life. All of these cards feel grounded in some way, I feel. And that feels really good. Okay, so right away I'm noticing that the number 2 has shown up twice. So we have the Two of Cups, and then the High Priestess is number 2 in the major arcana. So what does that mean? Sometimes when I'm doing a reading and there's 2 cards with the same number, I kind of connect them, but I feel like I kind of connected these 2 cards a little bit already, I think. But yeah, I'm seeing a connection between the Two of Cups and the High Priestess. Although the Two of Cups is more about your relationship to others, High Priestess is more about the relationship to yourself, your divine self. Yeah, okay, so let's zoom out. I'm just going to look at all of these cards together and just see if there's anything else that I want to touch on or mention before I wrap the reading up. This is not a week to be... I was going to say it's not a week to be busy, and I know that for a lot of people, the holidays are a very busy time. So if you have a busy week, make sure you have a bit of downtime here and there. Schedule in moments of rest where you can catch your breath and recalibrate. So this week that will be important. Having moments of pausing and relaxing. And I feel like there's like one more thing I want to say. I don't know if you ever get that feeling when you're reading cards. You're like, I've read these cards, but like there's something I haven't said yet that I feel needs to be said in some way. So when that happens, I just like to get quiet and I just like to sit with the cards. And I just notice, what am I drawn to? And I'm really drawn to the scythe. Is that what that's called? Sickle. The curved knife used for harvesting things, cutting things. That's what's drawing me in. And it looks like a crescent moon, but it also reminds me of the death card, how death is holding that sickle. So I feel like it's a symbol of cutting away at something, clearing. It's like a clearing kind of energy, clearing what needs to be cleared. I feel like I'm still not getting there. Okay, maybe you can help me out. So if you're watching, what do you feel this can represent? Again, I feel like it looks like a crescent moon, but then I'm also thinking clearing away something, cutting away something, simplifying things. I feel like it's a symbol of simplicity and cutting away the dead stuff to get to the heart of the matter. I don't know how it applies to us though for this week. I feel like I'm kind of fumbling through this reading. I hope you can forgive me. Sometimes that happens with the cards. I feel like each card has a clear message, but together, I don't feel like these cards really connect other than that they're all like very calm. So yeah, just to kind of wrap things up here, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. To wrap things up here, this week is a good week to focus on the emotions and connecting to your heart space, connecting to the divine, and pausing and resting, moving as slow as you can. Don't be in a big rush this week. Take your time with things. Okay, so I hope this reading was helpful for you. My name's Kate. I'm also known as the Daily Tarot Girl. And if you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel, and you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got lots of fun tarot learning resources on there for you to check out. So thanks again for watching, and have a nice time over the holidays. And I'll be coming out with my yearly forecast reading very soon. So keep an eye out for that, and have a good week.